Hi crafters, this is Crafty Savvy and I'm back today to share a few little projects and maybe a couple of tips with you. So this is like a follow-up to the last video that I put up regarding the small little haul that I did. I got a bunch of questions asking about what I was going to do with some of my items, and it got me to thinking that, yeah, I do these little haul videos or whatever, and then a lot of times I'll just put stuff away, but sometimes I'll actually create projects with them and then maybe we'll never see them again. But anyway, so I decided to kind of do that. So if you recall, I showed you some of these journaling cards that I got at Dollar Tree, and there's something, it's a fairly new line that they're carrying, I guess, called Crafter Square, or maybe just newish to me because I haven't been really out shopping for a while. But there's 12 journaling cards in here and they're all very pretty. And there was another one with birds on that I had purchased, and there might be others, but I just haven't seen them yet. But I wanted to sit down and kind of create some projects with these journaling cards, and I don't know if I mentioned, but there's 12 in there. So you might get some inspiration, or if you've purchased these or something like them and don't know what to do with them, maybe this will help a little. So I made 12, well, probably a little less than 12 projects here because I used 2 in some. But I'll take you through what I did, and hopefully this helps with maybe some journaling inspiration. So I made a little flip booklet. I used 2 of those journaling cards for this project, so one on the front, one on the back. I kind of cut it into a tag shape. I glued 2 of them together, and I just made a paper pad out of this one. So I could easily slide that into a pocket if we'd like. And then I made a little tag out of this one, did some sewing around the edges. I cut it down a little bit because some of them have, most of them have quite a wide border. So I didn't want them to be too big, but this one's just super pretty. I just tied some vintage lace around the top. And then I did a few more journaling cards. This one I cut it right down, and then I found some coordinating cardstock, just did some tearing, I did some inking, I mounted it on some paper, I did some crazy stitching. I'm kind of loving this crazy stitching thing. I love taking it to my machine and just kind of going around and go a couple times. I think it just adds a little something, makes it look more like a creative art piece, I think. And then here's another one with the birdies that I love. I mounted that just on a little bit of blue. A little bit more crazy stitching here. I don't know if that's what it's called. I'm calling it crazy stitching. And then this one I made another booklet, so I used 2 journaling cards, one for the front, one for the back. I sewed some pages into this one. So this would be cute for a journal also. And then I laminated 2 just because I was thinking about some other projects, other journals that I was making. This might be good for the little dashboard, or to attach a little loop and put a pen on it. But I just wanted to show you this. I didn't actually have to fire up my laminating machine for this. I also found, sorry, there's a glare there, but I also found at Dollar Tree, I believe, but I think Dollarama, fellow Canadians, also Dollarama might sometimes carry this brand, but I'm not 100% sure about that. I'm pretty sure this was Dollar Tree, but it's self-laminating sheets, and I think these come in other sizes as well. But this looks like a 4x6 to me. It was like a 4.5 by 6.5, maybe, roughly. But yeah, self-laminating sheets, and there's 3 in there. But it does just as good a job. It's actually really good. So laminated a couple of those. Oops. So pretty. And then I got my little bags out, and I love this little image. And then so I mounted this on some vintage music sheet and kind of curled it up a little, stained it, and attached it to this cute little blue goodie bag. That's that one. And then these, I just took these brown paper sacks, and I took the journaling card and I tore it a little, inked it up, mounted it on some book sheet there, and then some music sheet here, and I did some sewing all around the edges. And I think these are super cute. I'm in love. I just I want to make a whole bunch of these now. That's that one. And then finally the last one, which was actually the first project I made, but same kind of thing, just tore the journaling card and mounted it. Put it on the bag. So yeah, that was all 12 cards used up there for different things, but all really cute to have some, especially some blue things. I don't have a lot of blue things, but I like the fact that now I have some ephemera to just be able to pull out and use for any project. Okay, and then wanted to share a little trick or tip actually for you guys. So if you also recall, I showed you some table runners, like some doilies and stuff that I had got. So I don't know, usually when I find stuff like, okay, maybe not this one in particular, because it's a little bit more, it's not exactly like a doily, but we can imagine that this was a doily runner, and you know, you were able to cut all the pieces out, and so, which we've done. So that's what I do with most of the purchases that I get like this at, you know, garage sales or thrift stores or whatever. I'll sit down and cut them apart, and then I would end up with a giant bin full of doilies and stuff just floating around everywhere. And it was starting to get on my nerves, so because it was hard to pick through everything. So the other night I had gone to the dollar store again, and I bought some craft cord. It's elastic. It's a funky color, I know, but I didn't care for the project that I was using it for. So stretchy elastic. You can use anything, any twine or anything that you have. And I sorted through all my doilies and I strung them all up by, you know, shape and color, and obviously these are all the same, but I strung them all up in this elastic, and I just tied a knot at the top, and they're easy to undo so when I need to use them. So I got them all neat and tidy, and I don't know, I don't know if I've actually ever seen anybody sort of organize their doilies before, but like I said, I had this bin and it was getting on my nerves, so I had a bunch of pink ones, and I did the same thing, just strung them up on my elastic here, and I'm easily able to undo that knot and get to them if I need. So this is, you know, just a few of those. These were just some colored ones that I had. These are bigger ones, but most doilies have a hole through the center, and I was able to fit this elastic through every doily style that I had. So I was really happy about that. So they're all nice and neat now on these little elastics. This is just the recent one, the recent haul from the last video, and these are the ones that I just bought. I cut them all up, strung them through that hole, and now they're all ready to go. I just love these. I'm excited to use these. Haven't yet. What else? These are some that I've had for a while. I got my yellow ones. This one looks like a big necklace, but they're all on there. So these are some bigger ones. I still did the same thing because they're all together, and they're these are little tiny ones. Just some extra white ones that I had. That's just some stuff that, anyway. So I just wanted to give you that quick tip. So if you've got your bin of, and I know you do, your bin of doilies, and it was a humongous disaster like mine, never could find what you need, try this. Give it a go. Like I said, you could use string, other lace, elastic like I did, you know, any kind of cording, and as long as it fits through the centers of your doilies, you should be good. I had fun doing that anyway. I just sit in front of the TV and sort them all out. I actually had my boys sorting them out, if you can believe that. And so I'll just move that aside. And then I just have one other quick thing. I may have shown this again in the past. So a lot of us use these Avery reinforcement labels. I know I do. So for any project that I'm making a tag, I like to make it look more authentic. I punch the hole out and then put those reinforcements on it. I don't know if I had another there. So like in a tag there. Instead of inking, you know, what I need one by one, I just take a bunch and I use my distress inks and I, you know, color up a whole bunch so that I have them ready to go. So there's, you know, blue and there's pink. I just take my distress ink pad. Really quick, I'll show you. This just helps keep organized and like have something pre-made so that you don't have to, like I said, do it every single time you need one. So I just literally lay them down, just using vintage photo because that's my favorite. And then I literally just rub the distress ink on. You can go as dark or as light as you want. Just like that. It doesn't take very long. You could just get all your distress inks out if you like all the colors. I don't have too many. I might have like 10, but most of them are colors that I use in my journals. And then there you go. I would just let that dry a tiny bit, but it's just as quick and easy as that. And like I said, I made a whole bunch. I think that's like antique linen. I did a bunch of black ones. This is probably walnut stain, like vintage photo. Oh no, that might be walnut stain. But anyways, you get the idea. But yeah, so this is just another quick and easy tip so that you guys can have your reinforcements all ready to go and at hand. And I hope that helps a little bit. So that is it for my little tips and tricks and little project ideas for today. I'll be back soon with another video. I hope you guys are doing well. Let me know what you think of this, and we'll talk to you guys all real soon. Take good care. Bye-bye.